Alright, so I'm back. So all the clamps are off, glue's dried. It's pretty solid, but I did put some screws, some long screws in this to hold it together just temporarily while the glue dried. So now I'm going to pull all these sheetrock screws out, and I'm just going to use some, just like little 5/8 wood screws. I'm just going to pop them right back in the same holes, and then I'll be able to sand everything down and fill it in. So after that, I'm going to flip this thing on its side, and I'm going to put some screws around, finish screwing off the perimeter around the back. And then I've got these little holes, you probably can't see them here, on either side of this, and I'm going to fill those in. So I'm just going to get down to it. So as I'm screwing these in, I'm trying not to go too deep on them. And these are really just a precaution. Wood glue is going to be more than strong enough for this to hold all this together, without a doubt. This is just one of those, I'm here, I might as well do it. And I'm not using impact with this because I don't like using impact with wood screws so much because they tend to strip out. As you can see, even that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and I'm going to put screws around the perimeter. I've got some to start, but I'm going to continue. Just put a couple. I'm not going to measure them out or anything. I'm just going to kind of drop them in where I feel like they're needed. So, and then, yeah, as much as I'd like to get some of the cross sections down here, I don't know if it's worth it. I might try it. I'm not sure. We'll see. Alright, so as you can see, I put in screws around the perimeter here. Not a ton, just a few to hold it. A little bit extra. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring some plywood out, measure something, cut this up, cut this bottom piece up as well. Get these, probably a little bit of glue, some screws, a couple screws to hold them in. And then after that's done, then I'm going to move on to getting this thing sanded and ready to go, which I should be able to do today. All right, so got a couple pieces of wood I marked up here and here. I'm just gonna get these cut. I don't have any sawhorses back here because I'm using them for the actual piece. So I just stacked up a couple pieces of wood to get me off these blocks, and nothing fancy. I'm just gonna cut this up. Always use safety glasses. Okay. I think I'd be in trouble if I was a woodworking teacher. My guess is these are probably going to not be perfect, but I don't really think I care. All right, let's clean this up. Get back in the other room. All right, so here's my pieces of wood I cut up. So this is the top piece here. Fits nicely, good enough. Yeah, no problem, works for me. So I think I'm gonna just slide this back, this whole thing back, flip it upside, flip it, you know, so it's on its face. Hopefully I don't mess it up. Anyways, flip it on its face. Remember that this is the top. I'm gonna mark this just so I know. I guess I could do it this way, but then I'm just gonna get sloppy with the glue. I figure this way I can just put glue right across the edge here, and then, you know, just glue on it and plop this down, clamp it, put a couple screws in it, and it'll be good. So again, just gonna glue that, clamp it, glue this one, clamp it, and screw it all together. Of course, this glue bottle is notoriously bad for sticking because it's probably 10 years old. Probably gonna regret not having a wet rag here, but that's all good. I'm not have to go too crazy with this because this isn't really holding anything. It's honestly just an accessory piece, or, you know, just finish the design, I guess, right? And that definitely wasn't necessary, but did it anyways. And again, I'm not using impact just because I don't want to blow through this 1/2 inch MDF. MDF is not the strongest, so it's better just to kind of snug it down. Again, not a lot of glue needed. So all done. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna flip this back over and I'm gonna start getting this ready for paint. So probably gonna do a quick initial sand, which isn't gonna be quick, but hopefully it won't be too loud with the group coming. And then from there, I'm going to fill this, honestly, I am just going to go the cheap route. And I'm just gonna use some Easy Sand 90 that I have here. I don't have any wood filler and I don't think it needs it. So I'm just gonna use the Easy Sand 90 and go from there. All right. So I have 6-inch orbital. I'm gonna hook it up to a vacuum and sounds like the group's here.